Good morning! Hi, everybody! Hi! I'll be right out with your food. Well, I know Ruby's completed her charge. How about Jules?
I think we're good.
I think Ruby's currently set at 70% and she finished. Yeah, Jules is finished charging too. Yay!
I charged him up to 95%.
Right, well TeslaFi wanted us to do 1 over 90 per charge just so we could, they could calibrate or do whatever their math is or whatever. I'm just checking to see if I see any kitty footprints. That's what I'm checking to see.
264 miles is 90%, 95%. So
Yeah.
I guess that's the ballpark number. So 100% would probably be the, what was it, 270 miles or something like that? 200?
We'll go look in TeslaFi.
Yeah, we'll go look at TeslaFi. Anyway. You want me to get you dizzy again?
No, go.
Oh, yeah, that ain't no fun.
No packages?
No package, no mail, no nothing. I'm sorry. It's just me. My paper.
Well, I'm glad it's you. I brought Tux in for his daily brushing where we're mosquito free and not too hot. We're getting ready to get busy doing some stuff with the Model Y, but I also wanted to check out this Blink Mini indoor plug-in HD smart security camera that came yesterday. This is what I'm going to call my cat watching camera in the garage. So I'm going to unbox it, hook it up to A, and go plug it in and see if I can get it to point at the area in the garage I'm interested in, where the cats sleep, particularly in the winter. So I am installing the Blink Home Monitor app, and I have to say, you know, I've got the Ring app installed, I've got the Amazon Cloud app installed, and now I've got Blink. But once you get them set up, they all work with A or G, it's not like you gotta really necessarily keep using this app, but it is sort of frustrating now to have 3 cameras on 3 different platforms. I am pairing it, and what I want to know is where's Johnny when I need him. Actually, you know, it's just for fun. I've got it, no problem. Miss wants to know, obviously, what Wi-Fi I want to put it on. And in this case, I want to put it on Garage. I probably should have done it from Garage because Garage is weak from in the house. I may have to walk out there. No biggie. It put on firmware, and it looks like it's set up. Discover devices.
Starting discovery. This will take a few moments. Power on your new devices now, and if needed, put them in pairing mode.
Yeah, the one cat is basically on top of the refrigerator a lot, and then we have beds, but we're going to have a cat tree here this winter. They're not in here much in the summer. And so this is a mostly, let me see without walking out to the garage at 1 in the morning where the cats are sleeping device. So it's all connected up to Blink. I don't have it working with A yet though. And I'm just going to plug it in here and set it up here for now. And Don and I can figure where later. Although I plan for this one to be more mobile, put it where I want it, than permanently installed. Yeah, for $30, I'm thinking this is a great Amazon Cloud Cam replacement. They make a more expensive one with some more features, but for lots of stuff folks would want to do, this was a great choice. So Don installed the A app on the Android TV, our Sony Bravia TV, and then we grouped our Echo, which is over here on the bookshelf, and the TV into a group. And now when we issue A commands to show our cameras, they can automatically pop up on the television set.
Yep.
I don't know for sure why we would do that, but it's cool, and that's pretty awesome. I'm excited about it. Show me front porch.
Okay.
It sort of turned our non-show into a show.
Yeah. Way cool. Front porch.
Wow. Show me Ruby.
Okay.
Yeah. There's Ruby.
And Jules. Way cool. It's not as simple as just discovering devices. You've got to install the Blink Smart Home skill and then discover devices. Yeah, so I gave it Garage Cat's name out or in the Blink app, and then it installed it with its serial number inside the A app. So now I've got to go rename the device. That could have been a little nicer for the end user. Show me the cat camera.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Waiting for Blink this time instead of Ring. And I just have it next to the Nexus, pointed at where the little cat sleeps a lot. For now, I plan to move it around. Dawn and I can talk about where we're going to install it, but now I can tell A to show it to me on the show and on the TV. So, yay! What have we been working on it? 15 minutes, including the television stuff. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I did note the camera's gone back up to $35, so maybe watch for it on sale at $30 again.
Yeah.
Are you going to go pull Jules out of the garage for us?
Yeah, we're waiting for the sun to come, get a little bit more shade before we wash her.
Right.
We're getting it still a little too early. The shade hits in the afternoon. It's not going to take, I'm going to hand wash her. I'm not going to power wash because she's really not that bad. And then I'm going to put this spray ceramic stuff on that I put on Ruby last time, and still am very impressed with it. It's done a good job on it. It goes on really easy. So that's what I'm going to do.
And in the meantime, we've got a couple of things to fool around with. The dash cam, getting my phone to work with the car, and a few other things. So Don's going to pull her out. We're going to go sit down on the driveway in the shade with the air running and handle this stuff.
Right, that's right.
Probably going to get you to take me to the environmental park and back too.
Right, we can do that. You ready?
Yep. We did some really great stuff with you know, setting up that new Blink camera and getting all of the cameras to go up on the TV, but we still are having trouble with the automation on this garage door. I'm going to be begging Don to buy HomeLink here really soon. Oh, I don't give up. I'm going to sort it out. Hey, Donnie! We're out for a ride in the Tesla.
That's right, we're out. Yeah, we're gonna go sit in the shade, and we're gonna do some couple things that we need to get configured, like your key card, the phone setup on your phone, and that kind of stuff, and a couple other.
The dash cam. We were gonna try to fool with that again.
Yeah,
and
got that in my pocket.
I needed a change of scenery because the garage door thing was really starting to stress me out.
My girl, she got a little stressed. That is exactly right, and I don't like my sweetie to get stressed. We're gonna find a nice shady spot over here, parallel parked.
Yep, this one.
Looking pretty good right here.
Yep, this is one of my spots.
Because
there's nobody here right now.
Yeah, well, it says it's 81, but
that's because that's garage temperature. We'll see what Jules says in a few minutes.
Yeah.
So Don was all proud of himself that he ordered this hat holder, and I want it gone.
Yeah.
I want it gone, and I want it gone now. No, it's not the Cybertruck. When you get the Cybertruck,
I'm gonna have to come up with another hat
I don't like it.
Oh,
It's Well, it is your car, so you do what you want, but I don't like it. It's taking up my pretty roof.
If my
and I'm afraid it's going to damage the glass. And
well, I understand. If my sweetie don't like it, it's gone. There is nothing. I don't need my sweetie not to be happy with anything I do. I like her happy with everything I do.
I'm not trying to be mean
You're
to
not
you.
mean. I don't think you're mean.
I guess I'm going to leave it at the level of I'm asking you to reconsider, but not demanding it, okay?
Right.
And
right.
I've said my piece on it. I'm not going to keep on saying it.
That's fair. But you know, that's one of the things that's a hazard, having a husband got no hair.
I'll share.
Yeah, got plenty of hair. My sweetie got lots of hair. All right.
So Don says he needs to pair his phone first. So that's first on the agenda, is to pair his phone.
Yeah, let's let it get set up here. So.
And we did get app access late last night, about 9 or 10 o'clock. So brand new owners should not expect to leave Tesla with app access. And I have known it to take 24 to 48 hours before they get it. So don't panic. As long as you have a key card that's working or a key fob for the S and the X, having app access is not the end all be all of. Just be patient. Now, if you've gone more than 48 hours, then contact Tesla and try to figure out why you still don't have app access.
So we have it. It's all hooked up now.
Yeah, you didn't have to do basically anything.
Yeah, you basically touch the thing
and pair it, and it just does it.
And it says you want to do this, and you say yeah, and it says, well, hold your key card. And I have found that I have a reasonably thick wallet. There's no money in the wallet, but I have found that if you take the key card and you kind of put it closer to whichever edge is
the flattest.
Yeah,
or just on an outside edge.
On the outside edge, that's right. So that's where it is. And so I don't have to take it out of my wallet. I can just hold my wallet up and start the car, unlock the car. I mean, obviously now that I've got my phone key, but carrying that around in my wallet is no burden. I like the little credit card thing.
Well, I told Don. I told him.
I've gotten earphones today, folks.
If I ever have to take the key card out of my purse, there's going to be words. There's going to be words, so we need to get the phone to work, because I don't take the key fob or the key card or any keys or any of that stuff out of my purse ever. Well, I will take it out to run the light show, but there's a lot of bang for my buck if I do that. So I recorded a little video of basically there's, you know, next to nothing you have to do, but I recorded it while I set it up on my phone, and then we came in here to see, and they're just both of our phones are here right now. Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't get into the thing where both people are in the car and then it doesn't know whose profile to automatically pick or something. That really can drive a poor Tesla family nuts at times.
Right. But I need to say, in the Tesla app, you've got, you pick the car that you want shown.
Right, so if I leave mine on Ruby most of the time, it shouldn't know anything about Jules. All right, I'm switched back over to Ruby.
Right, and so now I'm hoping it will, you know, oh, look, it did.
It did.
I didn't touch anything.
After like another cycle of pinging for phones and key cards, it grayed mine out.
And mine is now.
All right. So we just leave my phone on Ruby except for when I'm going to drive the Y.
Yeah.
Okay. So that seems to be handled and not cause me any more stress today, because I've had enough automation stress for one day.
Yeah. Poor thing.
So you formatted this on the computer in the house, even though we're not supposed to have to.
Yeah, well, that's because that software that does it wasn't installed until the software update. Well, now the little camera's there again. It's popped up there. It went away last night with that other one, but that other thumb drive was kind of flunky. I had possibly damaged it. First of all, it was formatted with Linux.
Right.
I had formatted it, it had Linux on it, and I did a format on Windows and put it back to FAT, but who knows if that really worked.
Well, it appears like it's good right at this moment.
Okay, well that's the right answer.
It's got save clips on honk is not grayed out, and
Right.
it's still up here for now. So honk the horn.
Honk the horn.
He's like, how do I do that? Like the same way you do it on every car.
Okay.
So saving dash cam footage. Woohoo!
That's right.
All right, so we probably still are going to, of course, now the little camera went away.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's on download.
Oh, it's downloading it. Yeah, okay. There's back
And
green.
now it's back with the
And it's
green
back
and
green.
now with the red. So that looks promising.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully we've got that going now.
Yep. Hopefully that's all taken
So
care of.
let's see if we can launch the viewer. This is our first time. And
Very cool.
I guess when you honked the horn, that was what it.
Yeah, well, that's about all there was to
And there's
see.
nothing out there moving, so you can't really see anything. But it did take a minute clip, and it is actually moving across the screen, so that's pretty cool. And I guess if we come up here and click on the hamburger, we have a recent, and it's the same thing. So there's a recents, and then there's like whatever's in the dash cam. And we don't have any Sentry events yet.
Right.
To filter out, but you can choose to filter between all Sentry and dash cam to reduce the videos that show up in the list. So it appears to be working. That is way cool. I will hope that it continues to work. And I guess the dash cam viewer, there we go, is back with the little red dot recording again.
Way cool. How neat is that? The headlights are on?
I would say that means your headlights are on. I still don't understand, but Ruby's headlights are on a lot when you don't think they should be. It used to seem like they were better. So just to say, we got 200 and I believe it was 64 miles on Teslafy said.
Yeah, 95.
At 95% charge this morning. That may have been a smidge less than I was expecting for 95%. Have to do the math on that. The EPA range is like 294, I think, when I looked it up. So it seems like 95% would have been a little bit higher than that. I know this whole, don't do this, just look at the full battery, don't stress about I mean, we really don't stress about it, but we're geeky, so we look at it.
Right.
We knew we weren't going to get optimal range with this car because we don't, because we have on the wheels that there's, not a lot of rubber. These are not efficient wheels. So,
yeah, well, this is, as Marion has said yesterday, this is our
fun
car run around town. If we go on a trip, although we may take this one in a couple of initial trips, little here, but Ruby's our road car, and she's got free lifetime supercharging and all that,
and free premium connectivity and all that good stuff.
So, and once we get autopilot 3 hardware, a full self-driving 3 computer, and MCU2, which we are going to do.
We're waiting on it. The parts have been ordered.
Right. We're just waiting for the little notification that says, y'all come schedule an appointment. And once we do that, I mean, there's no reason not to utilize Ruby.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Quite happy.
So we really appreciate the referrals that we got right after we got Ruby, mostly back in 2017, because the referral program allowed us to earn 2 high-powered wall connectors.
That's right.
And we have one on Ruby's side and we have one on Jules' side. Of course, Jules' side, except for when Kyle stopped by or other friends stopped by.
Yeah.
We hasn't had a lot of use. It's just sort of been sitting there.
Yeah.
So last night was the first time since last year when we had the Model 3 in the garage.
Right.
That we actually charged 2 Teslas on both high-powered wall connectors at the same time. And we were in Teslafy this morning, and Don's going to tell you about some stuff he noticed on the charging graphs. I'm going to put Ruby's up, and then I'll put up Jules's so you can see them. But what was it you were noticing?
Yeah, first of all, it worked fine. It charged at the 50 amp circuit, and the high power wall connectors are adjusted. One's the master, one's the slave. The master was set, notified it was on a 50 amp circuit. So it charges at we'll let the two cars, between the two cars, draw 40 amps. And you'll see in the chart here that while both cars were charging, the current was 20 amps, and it was on each car for hours as they finished, as they did their charge, until Ruby stopped. And then a couple things I noticed happened that I can't exactly explain. First all, Jules did not jump up to 40 amps or 30 amps or anything. In fact, you'll notice a little sawtooth pattern in the mileage and the current. And it actually, I looked at the detailed logs that Teslafy produces, and every minute it tells you what the current draw is. And it went everywhere from 16 to about 24 amps. It varied between those two numbers until Jules finished charging. So I don't understand. I would have half expected it to jump up to 40 amps or something, or just stay at 20 amps. I don't know. So that little behavior was strange. And that was probably the first time, even when we had our Model 3, I don't know that we charged both cars for 6-8 hours at 40 amps. And oh, by the way, it was hot last night. I mean, the garage was, you know, the air conditioner keeps the garage up about 80-ish degrees, and the everybody in the world was running the air conditioner. So the voltage, I'm telling you, yesterday was a tough day. You know, I felt the breaker. The breaker was warm. None of the cables I could tell that had access to were hot. They were all, you know, you could barely tell there was anything. So I'm very comfortable with that, the temperature wise. But I don't exactly. I guess I would have expected it to jump up. Now down the road, not anytime soon. Probably. Sometime the next month or 2 or 3, I'm going to do some programming. There's a on GitHub, there's somebody who's written TWC Manager, Tesla Wall Connector Manager. It's some code that allows you to control your Tesla version 2 Tesla high-powered wall connectors from a Raspberry Pi. And so I'm going to take a look at using that code and control our high-powered wall connectors using that code. You know, it's just something for me to do. Sounds like fun.
Right, I hear that. Well, what will it let you do?
Well, one of the things that you can do is you can dial back the circuit, because what happens is the Raspberry Pi turns into the master, and the other two high-powered wall connectors turn into slaves. So as the master, that's where you set the circuit current. So you it has a web page, a web interface to this Raspberry Pi code, and you can set it and change it from 40 amps. You could, you know, it's the same as turning the knob on the high power wall connector. Little inside, you have to take the cover off to access this little switch, a dial switch, and you can tell it what current is. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I could dial it back to, let's say, 30 amps. Even though it's a 50 amp circuit, I could tell the high power wall connectors is 30 amps, and then they would share at 15. Those types of things. So, you know, finishing sooner isn't important. When you're on a trip, you want the car to charge as fast as you absolutely can. But overnight, I don't care if the thing charges at finishes charges at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Just as long as it finishes charges before we need the car. That's all we need. So this code out of the box has some features, but one of the things it allows you to do, obviously, is write your own, add your own code. And what I would do is have it balance and say, you know, slow down the charging rate, and so that the cars are going to finish really close to the time that we need to leave, or they're going to be leaving.
Right, we do care about the car finishing charging closer to me leaving in the morning on cold winter days.
But not when it switches to peak. We want it to stop charging.
Right, by 6 a.m.
By 6 a.m. Yeah. So, you know, obviously, the perfect world, the cars would stop charging at 5:59 a.m. When we're on the winter rate, and in the summertime it doesn't really matter. The off peak goes up until like 11 a.m.
Right. Well, Tesla Fi gives us some tools to stop charging at a certain time, and actually, the Tesla charging panel now has that ability also. Right, also. And we did not use that with Ruby because we already had it set up and figured out other ways before Tesla put that feature out. But
but using the rated range and the charge rate and all that, this software can say, well, you could literally say, I want you to dial the charge rate down. I think it'll go all the way down to 8 amps. I want you to dial the charge rate down on the car until you it's going to finish at a certain time. And you know, you pick that time, 6 a.m. let's say. So literally it'll charge us slow, and so that helps keep the battery warm. I mean, it basically negates the phantom drain type thing. I mean, because the car's on when it's charging, so there's really no way to avoid that. Anyway, I'm just saying, it's a geeky thing. It's not
It'll just be fun, and we'll take you guys along for the ride when Don does that.
You know, let's get him in, write some more code, and you know, have fun with the Raspberry Pi. I mean, I only have like 6 of them.
So yesterday when I was pulling into the new Tesla location, and Don also, we were looking for a sign out front. I mean, we knew where it was and all that stuff, but saw the orange, knew it was beside the storage place, had been to that location before, but there's no signage out front yet. So I just wanted to say that we're really hoping that they're going to put some sort of a sign out there. I know there's all kinds of laws about how big signs can be and what colors and stuff they can be, but surely they're going to be able to put a sign out there, maybe like, and I'll put a picture up here, the one that Don and I stood by when we visited Tesla down in Charlotte, down in the Matthews side of town. So I don't know, hopefully they're going to be putting a noticeable road sign of some sort out at the new location soon.
So the Model Y only has one Type A USB port, and we've got the dash cam flash drive in it.
Yep.
And
the one on the right.
The one on the right, the little reddish color. But the one on the left is the white. That's a Type C. And so I had a Type C to USB A adapter. So I plugged that into the USB-C because neither Marianne's nor my phone uses wireless charging. But we need a charger for her iPhone. So we brought a cable. We have plenty of USB-A to Lightning cables. So she's charging her phone, her iPhone.
Yeah, the one that overheated on me yesterday in the worst possible time.
Yeah, I don't know. USB-C goes up to, I think these things are rated at 18 watts. First of all, USB-C standard I think goes all up to like 90 watts, but there's different variations. But I think these are 18 watts would be my, if I had to guess, they're 18 watts. They may be different. I'll look that up. I don't want to do wrong information, but they certainly will fast charge the Pixel phone and things like that. And I can't tell, but her phone seems to be charging pretty quick. Yeah,
there's you can buy a C to Lightning cable.
Yes, we have one of those.
Which then we wouldn't need the little adapter down there.
Right. We have that in Ruby.
And we sort of been converting over some cables.
Right.
There's a C to C cable. There's a C to micro cable. I mean, but if you know, I think some people get in the Model Y, they're expecting a 2 type USB-A, and they don't have any C to anything cables unless they have a really new Android phone, and then they may have it. Because Dawn thinks the C is sweet because it's faster charging than the type A, but some people are like, well, what am I supposed to do with this because I don't have that?
Right, just buy the adapter.
The answer is buy the adapter or go on Amazon and buy a lightning cable with a C on the other end.
That's right.
Either way will work. And it's not, you know, I can't get a cable to last me more than 6 months to save my life. So having to go buy another cable or something isn't putting me out personally. So, but yeah. Just last night I was pointing a guy in the direction of an adapter.
Yeah, well, they're expensive.
And it was like 3 for $10.
Yeah, that's right. They're very inexpensive.
They're fairly inexpensive. Yep.
Yeah. And the other thing you could use, which we are going to look for, is I have a Y cable that will split the USB type A into 2 USB type A's, but that's only for charging purposes. That's not for data.
Right.
The USB A here, we're using data because it's for the dash cam, and I believe this USB-C up front here is also data
capable.
But the 2 in the back, I do not believe they're only for charging. So don't.
So are the 2 that are here on the back side of the console? Is that where they are, like Ruby has?
Yeah, right here.
And they're both C's now too, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So I can see why a family that has only Type A cables lying around the house
you're gonna need some adapters.
Might be caught off guard, either new adapters or new cables.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if Don actually said, but his intention is to remove this wireless charger and set it up like the Model 3 was, where he can sit his Android phone down there and plug it in at the bottom.
Right.
Because all of the people in our house, we got cases on our phones and they never work through the wireless charging, and on top of that, Dawn's phone doesn't do wireless charging, and so you know, for us, the I mean, it looks pretty and it's nice and that's great. Tesla included it, but it's just not what we need. So
yep.
On the list is to actually remove that and convert it back to work like a Model 3 charger, where you just have 2 little things sticking up here, one for iPhone and one for Android, and be able to charge the phone. Although I never set my phone down, so it's, you know, having me put it in the dock to charge it would be not particularly worthwhile.
Yep.
It's Jules's first wash, one of thousands, I'm sure.
God, yes.
New cars can be so much work.
Yeah, it's like getting a new computer. It's like, please God, somebody come set it all up and install the software and all that stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Don't misunderstand, but yeah, it's hot, you know, it's only like 97 degrees out here, so but it's in the shade, and so I think we'll be fine.
So you pulled the green stickers off the tires?
Yeah.
You didn't like that fashion statement?
No, I didn't like the fashion statement, but as I was pulling them off, I noticed that there's a red dot on the tire. And then the sticker corresponded to the red dot. So wherever you see the red dot is where the sticker was.
Yeah, why would they have done that?
I guess it's something to do with the balancing. They probably balanced the rim separate from the tire or something, and they match up the dots, and then they don't have to spin balance the thing.
Best guess, huh?
Just guessing.
Okay. Well, they look better without the little green sticker.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to take them off all along, but it's just, you know, I've noticed that that's what they had to do. I had not noticed that until I, got down there to take the sticker off.
Don says he can reach the center of the Model Y roof, show me, without needing to get out the step stool, because even he has to get the step stool out with Ruby. Yep, as long as you not got anything on you that's sharp, that'd be fine. That cotton's not going to hurt anything. Yeah. Way cool. Yeah. So somehow a bunch of black ants got on Don's car when he parked over here, and they're still on his car, and they don't want to leave his car. How's it going?
pretty good.
I heard thunder, but
Yeah.
I don't see any sign of a storm super close.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the wheels now. I'm just gonna wipe it with the, it's got a little of that waxy stuff or ceramic coating stuff on it or whatever. So I'm just gonna wipe the wheels off. I've only found one place that in the paint that I don't know what it is, and then there's some sticky. Same problem. Remember I told you about the tape.
Right.
The tape in the door jamb. There's some sticky tape. I can get this off no problem. I just chose not to work it. I just make a note of it, and then over on the passenger door there's a little, I don't know what it is, stain, microscopic. I mean, I'm like almost, it's sort of like kind of like the several things with Ruby I know that's there and nobody else would ever notice. Yeah, it's yeah, there it is right there.
Oh yeah, that's really tiny, but I
that's,
see it too with the totally clean car. You see it. Thank goodness it's super tiny.
Right, but also I would tell you now, all I've done is hit that with the rag. I have not used any
Sure.
polishing or any of that.
Right, you didn't cause it.
Right, what I'm trying to say is I think I can just, if I get my little buffer stuff, that'll disappear with one wipe. It's just that there's been no abrasive anything. It's just been microfiber tiles with that ceramic wax sealer thing is all that's on there.
She looks good. She looks really
I gotta
good.
do all the door jambs and the cracks and the crevices and all that stuff, but I'm gonna do the wheels first.
Okay. Well, I'm on with Amazon support and I'm having a time.
Oh, poor kid.
I came out because I heard the thunder and because I hadn't done an update and because I was trying to keep my patience with the support person.
Doing good, kid.
So Don got Jules back in the garage before the rain, and I think you did pretty much everything you wanted to do. It was getting a little loud out there as you were finishing up.
Snap, crackle, and popping, and so I bailed, but I did get mostly everything. I want to do the windows one more time.
And I think if I heard you correctly, you didn't find anything detailing the car that makes that you feel like you need to go back to Tesla with.
Right, I found, that's right. There's one little
pinprick size stain.
Yeah, a little stain, but I think if I use some of my buffing stuff, it'll buff that up little spot. I mean, we're talking about,
it's the size of a pinhead.
Yeah,
it's just super tiny.
Yeah, it's just with the microfiber towel with some cleaning agent on it. The washless car stuff didn't didn't touch it. So it needs something slightly more than that.
Yeah, well, I would dare you to put a person on that side of the car to look for it and then find it, especially out in the bright sun.
Yeah,
I don't think they would.
That's all of me. And
so I think all I'm trying to say is we detailed the car, which is what we said you need to do to really be intimate with the paint and know if there's problems or whatever. And although you found a little sticky in one spot and a little pinprick stain in another spot, it wasn't anything to we're going to get Tesla to try to do anything about.
I pulled the tape off of the driver's side door jamb, and it was just tape. It looked fine underneath. It was just the tape that must have held on the vinyl protective wrap that they put
for
on
the nose for the front.
And then also that same sticky stuff, that tape is on the corner of the hood. Again, it didn't come off with just washing. It's sticky, so I was going to take some rubbing alcohol or something to it, but I didn't have any out at the
I would suggest we try a dab of olive oil. And then if that doesn't work, we try something else. Yeah, olive oil is usually the safest sticky remover would be a little olive oil.
And then I'll hit it with the waterless car wash, and then I'll hit it with the car wax stuff, the ceramic stuff.
I wouldn't try Goo Gone or rubbing alcohol or any of those more harsher things unless the alcohol won't.
That's right.
Or we could Google get adhesive off of car paint. I'm sure we're not the only yeah, and it's a little tiny spot, like a half-inch wide thing or something, if that.
It's just sticky.
Okay. So I had really hoped we were going to go for a ride tonight. I don't know in which Tesla, and look for the comment and have a little date night. We were going to go out to Sharon Harris where the tree line might be more near Jordan Lake.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is there's always a chance of running into deer out there.
That's true.
But that is the best place to go. But it's raining and it's loud and we're not going back. I mean, we wouldn't be able to see it anyway. And so I think we have 2 more nights.
Right.
But crossed. Last night wasn't a good night because of the weather either. These high temperatures end of the day. So anyway, we're home for the night. We were going to go out, but the weather is not conducive. Not cooperating. And I'll just sum it up to say that having an Amazon household is not as straightforward as you would hope.
Poor kitten.
Switches are supported on the app for all household members on your phone. We're talking on your phone. Everyone in your household can get to all of the switches, but they cannot. They are not the primary person. They cannot get to plugs or lights or cameras. Right. So on Don, it happens to be under me. I had Prime before Don had Prime. Right. We became a household. I added him. Yeah. There was no conspiracy there or anything. No. And in our house, it's my account on the devices, although Don has an account. We can switch to his account. Don't do that because things will break. I just tell you. Yeah. But on his phone, he can't do everything that I can do. And we just wanted to do the garage door from his phone. And I think he's found a solution with Google. Yeah. Because he's got an Android phone and we do have a Google Home device. And Amazon, I was on with support for over 2 hours. Yeah. And I first off, they couldn't understand my problem because it's so sophisticated. And it was kind of a 2-part problem. Routines, if I create routines on my phone, like the turn foyer rainbow, Don can't do. Now, he can do it anywhere in the house, but he can't do it from his phone because routines aren't shared across people either. Right. And I can brute force create routines, even though we have like 30 of them now. I'm sure in an hour I could recreate them all on your phone, except for you don't have access to the devices on your phone. Right. So it's kind of a little thing. Because usually you're home when you want to access devices. Usually. Right. But Don couldn't pull up our cameras. No. We'd have to get my phone and pull up. Or he'd have to log into the app with my credentials. Right. Which I don't care if Don has my credentials. But he shouldn't have to do that. That's the whole point of a household. So anyway, it's the first time I've ever contacted support. I mean, and we've been having A devices for 7 years now. I mean, it's
long
been a
time.
long time, pretty much since I'm assuming.
Well, that was the first one.
Well, maybe it was 17. So maybe it had, you know, we got the first, we got the show right after we got Ruby because I did a video. But we had an Echo device before then.
The tall, skinny one.
The tall, skinny
original
one.
one.
Well, we had it as soon as they had it. Maybe it was 15 and not 13. So at least 5 years, I'm going to say, we've been doing these. And I haven't had a contact support before, so I don't want to bash Amazon. But 2 hours chatting with support people this afternoon, it has frazzled me. It has totally frazzled me.
The funny thing is that on my Amazon account, I can lock and unlock the back door. I mean, that's
right. He has the household members have access to the locks tab, but he can't control plugs in the house.
It makes no sense.
Right, and that's what I tried to tell the person. So we'll see. Maybe when I believe he really wrote it up to send it to
support
Echo Development or whatever. Maybe they just didn't know how to fix us. Or maybe it's an accepted requirement, or, you know, maybe it'll roll out here really soon. One can only hope.
One can hope.
I gave them the necessary feedback to try to save other people from this problem, and hopefully
I don't
they'll fix it.
understand why they made an arbitrary decision to filter.
Sorry.
If you, I mean, you can give permission. It ought to be a matter of there's some automated home automation device that you don't want other, as the master or the account owner, if you don't want to share that with somebody, you should just be able to say don't share that device, versus somebody made the decision that, oh, if it's this type of device,
why would you share?
You can't
Well,
share that.
I told the nice people, I said, Don's my husband and we're equals in this house.
right.
And we went in together and bought this stuff and created this home automation. And please explain to me why you think
this is a
right. Am I keeping you from your nap? He's going to be asleep before I serve him his dinner. I'm a little late with dinner, but you know, when you spend 2 hours chatting with support people,
Yeah, but I had
I'm
some
sorry.
nice deviled eggs.
I'm sorry you had to wipe down all the door frames by yourself. You did save me from getting bit by mosquitoes,
That's true,
though.
and I did get bit.
And
by
better
them.
me chatting with support than you.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been good.